How's it going, YouTube? We are approaching the end of the year, so I figured I would do a top 10 list of AEW wrestlers for 2024. Let's get right into the list. Starting with number 10, I'm going to have to go with my boy Hook. He had the FCW Championship. He retired it, gave it back to his dad Taz. He had a feud with Chris Jericho, and I feel like there's only up for him. He could be a future world champion in my eyes. I don't know if AEW's answer. I don't know if NXT answer, WWE, but I have to give it to Hook because I feel like it was a solid year for him. Number 9, we had to go with Timeless Tony Storm, which her run for the first like half of the year was great. And now she's coming back as her old gimmick, and her as champion, her as Timeless was just so entertaining. And I feel like, you know, she is the leader of the women's division. And still, and 2025 should be a big year for her as well. Number 8, I'm about to go with Kyle Fletcher. I was a little, iffy on him in the beginning. It's just kind of him with Don Callis and all that. But his feud with Will Ospreay really put me over to the top with this because that match I actually wanted to see. Storylines. So Kyle Fletcher, number 8. Number 7, I'm about to go with Mark Briscoe. He was ROH champion. They didn't really talk about it too much, but he had solid matches too. He was in Blood and Guts. He was, he fought Chris Jericho. Obviously, Chris Jericho beat him for the belt, but feel like Mark Briscoe always gives it his best when he's out there. So that's why I'm giving it to Mark Briscoe, number 7. Number 6, I'm about to go with MJF. Little lackluster year for him. He did have that match with Will Ospreay at All In. One of the best matches. MJF always puts on great matches, and he's the type of professional wrestler I like. The promos and matches. People say maybe he's getting boring. I don't see it. I just feel like he needs better stories. And hopefully, after this Adam Cole thing, it'll put him back in the right spot where he needs to be, the World Heavyweight Championship picture. Number 5, I had to go Mariah May. I said Thomas Tony Storm was the leader of the women's division. She was entertained, but Mariah May was there. People saw the turn. She turned on her. She got the belt All In. It was a great moment. Mariah May is, one of the best women's champions they've ever had. And I feel like there's so much more story they could do, especially with Tony Storm coming back. So I'm about to give Mariah May number 5. Number 4, I wish he was a little bit more higher on my list. Darby Allin. He's put on great matches. He was in Sting retirement match. He's done a lot for this company this year. Even with he broke his foot. He was going to go to Mount Everest, and now he had to push that back, and he's just become like the workhorse of AEW. He should be the world champion soon. I was hoping it to be this year, but it better be next year. Darby Allin should be number 1 next year and should be champion. Number 3, Bryan Danielson. His last full-time year as a full-time wrestler. He had great matches against Swerve All In, against Will Ospreay. He put on some, as the kids like to say, bangers. Bryan Danielson, really led the way, and he's always put on great matches, and he's always had great stories. The title versus career. It's any match he's in you want to see, so I have to give him number 3. Number 2, I'm gonna have to give it to Will Ospreay. Always, I feel like him and the Kyle Fletcher thing really amped him up for me a little bit because normally you just think of him of having these great matches, but he can do some story too. I want to see more storylines with him. He had one with MJF, which I thought was okay, but the match was good, and so I think Will Ospreay could be number 1 next year too as well with Darby. Him and Darby could be up here, and they just had a match on Dynamite, which should be a thing in the future of them having a match for a world championship together. So yeah, I had to put Will Ospreay number 2. Number 1, I had to go with Swerve Strickland. He got his moment. He was a champion. He defended it. He lost to Bryan Danielson at All In, obviously, and now he's a little bit trying to figure out where he fits. But I feel like his year as champion was great. His defenses were great. He's definitely, one of the main stars in All Elite Wrestling now. Now he's had the feud with the Hurt Syndicate. He had that match with Bobby Lashley, but I feel like there's more great things to come, and he can be the leader they need him to be. He can be their if we're gonna compare WWE, he can be their Gunther, their Cody, the face of the AEW, and I feel like he's gotten, he's obviously gotten better. He's gotten bigger. Prince Nana, the whole package. Everybody Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland is number one to me. So that's it for my list. Let me know your top 10 list of who I missed out on. Who should I add it in? I kind of based this so the full year, not just a couple of months. Because if I was gonna do a couple of months, I might have put Samoa Joe. I might have put Adam Copeland, Edge. So yeah, let me know your list down below, and I'll see you on the next video.